Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconological and Temple Architecture Perspectives. Hampi is very important, not only from those who follow religion but also for those who follow history and for also those who want to know why India was called as the most prosperous country in the world, why Vijayanagar was called as the richest town, richer than Rome at its time, that is in 15th century. So for that it has to meet certain criteria. It has to have a biggest trading center. It was the biggest trading center in Asia as far as horses, diamonds, gold, silver are concerned. Not only that, it was also a biggest market for the weapons, then also for those who want to sell their horses, then camels, believe it, camel I said, even camels were sold here, and the city was so prosperous that it had a supermarket of diamonds, silver and gold separately, horse market separately, so also a market of pan supari, that was also a separate big market having stalls, hundreds of stalls were there. Now all these things were attracting many foreign visitors. Is it that the only place for trading? No, it was also a historical place. A lot of events mentioned in Puranas and Ramayanas have occurred here. This was a Kishkinda in Puranas, in Ramayana. It was the birthplace of Lord Hanumana. It was a kingdom of Vali and Sugriva's, and Prabhu Ramachandra has stayed here while going to Sri Lanka for a couple of days. He has worshipped here Shiva, whose temple is still there, and also there are many other architectural, iconological, temple designing point of view, like a Vithala temple which has got a musical pillars. Here there are plates which can sing. After Vithala temple, you can also see big Gopuram that was there in the Hampi. Big Gopuram, singing pillars of Vithala, and also royal enclosures. Now, royal enclosures means it was a king's palace and a place for activity at that time. You can see ruins, but that can give you how much gorgeous it would have been. We have heard of stories of Hajari Rama and Krishna Deva Raya, which has occurred here. Now here there are big elephant stables, which means that they have large number of elephants with them. They were having processions of horses, elephants there in front of stable. Then they have a large zanana, which was including a lotus palace. Then also there is queen's bath, summer palaces. Their queens were staying absolutely in comfort. And what kings were doing? Every day morning they were going for war exercises. That was in front of elephant stable, where they had teachers right from Mongolia. So they are learning all arts of war here. And you can also see certain pushpakaranis, that is wells, the designing of which is at such a geometry and with such a preciseness that you will be just stunned looking at it. And believe it, it was constructed in a very short time. Go anywhere in the town, you will find a Gopuram of Virupaksha temple. Go anywhere in town, you will see hills of the Matinga hills, then Hanuman birthplace, that is Anjanadri hills. So also many temples, many supermarkets. So do visit Hampi. After a brief idea, main aim of our series is to give you a brief idea about multiple monuments. However, that is not possible to cover in one lecture. Therefore, we have got multiple lectures. Stay tuned to us, see our multiple videos, subscribe to us and enjoy the wealth of knowledge and know why India was the most powerful, why Vijayanagara Samrajya was most powerful, why it was the largest supermarket, why it was attracting tourists all throughout, and what was the technological advances. Let's get going to each topic. In the contest, we go to different places, we visit different temples, we study them, and this time it is Hampi. As you know, Hampi is full of glorious and iconic, gorgeous monuments like temples, buildings. Though many of them have ruined, they speak of the gorgeousness and their greatness. So today we are going to visit Hampi. Hajari Rama temple means Hajari is a thousands. So this was a private temple, and this is the only temple which is near the royal enclosure. So it obviously means that it was meant for the royal families and kings and the very close associates of him. The temple was constructed specially for a king, but in spite of that, look at the gorgeousness, look at the carvings, which are, when we are going to see them, you will be really surprised and you will really get convinced why Hampi is offered UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. So this is one of it. Hajari Rama temple is in Hampi's important shrine. Why it is important? Because of the carvings. Why carvings? Because they are on black granite. Black granite is not available in Hampi. And secondly, the panels outside the door or outside the walls of the temple are carved with 3 types of Ramayanas. So all the 3 were popular at that region, but this is one of the temple which gives you all the 3 types of Ramayanas, all the major incidences. However, the panel you might feel, because they are attached later on, slightly mismatching. That is because of the reconstruction work done by the archaeology department. Now, though this temple is small, it's beautiful and is located in the center of the royal area. The temple is dedicated to Lord Rama, Hindu deity. It was once a private temple of the king and royal family of Vijayanagara. The temple is famous for lovely bas relics, panels depicting story of epic Ramayana, and that also in 3 different ways. So it is the speciality, uniqueness. As I told you, each and every temple carries some uniqueness. Each and every temple has got certain speciality, and this is the speciality of this temple. One are the granite sculptures, second are the Ramayanas, story epic, that is depicted in 3 different types, 3 types of Ramayanas. That is, slight variants are there, but the core theme remains the same. The temple, or more precisely the wall, gives the locally popular cosmic strips of the Hindu mythology Ramayana. The stories are carved in a long array over the walls of the temple. This is not a huge temple, but that is as far as yardstick of Hampi is concerned. But overall, if you see the gorgeousness, it is no way less. First, it has been functioning as a private temple, and subsequently it was given to the people for worshipping also. Probably this is the only temple in the capital with external walls decorated with bas reliefs mentioned above. And the temple got its name Hajari Rama, 1000 Rama, owing to this multitude of the Ramayana panels over the walls. Dusty path, of course, the roads are slightly dusty here, which connects our enclosure with Jizarana enclosure, passes along the temple courtyard. So they are all situated within or next to each other in a premises. Also, path from undergo Shiva temple joins the path as its northeastern corner. There is a signpost installed in front of the temple across the path giving directions to the Pan Supari market. This board we are going to see when we will see the photographs. Pan Supari market is a special. A dedicated separate video is produced by us on the markets or supermarkets of the Vijayanagara. In that, this has been extensively covered. These associate shrines, the pylons, lamp pots and the like one are decorated with the main path to the temple. Now I am going to show you one very interesting feature of this temple, that when the lamp was lit, which was outside, the light was going straight to the Rama idol. Now how it was going? That was because of the polish over the granite pillars. Now look at this. This is a lamp. They are letting fire here. Once the fire was lit here, it was going inside the temple straight to the deity. Now this is the front portion from that lamp. Now you can see, once we go closer, how nicely it is designed in such a way that the light will go straight to the deity. Now this is from inside views. It is typical Dravidian style, it is constructed. Now you can see multiple panels. They are carved all scenes of Ramayanas, and as we go inside you will see them in 3 layers. Now these are the carvings. Now this is the second door. Again it is very nicely decorated. Now the light was crossing first door, it was crossing this main door, and then it was going into the temple inside. Now these panels, as I told you, are in 3 layers and 3 types or 3 stories of Ramayana. You can study here. People has got respect for Lord Rama. That's why whether it's active or not, people remove their shoes and they follow etiquettes of the temple. Now this is the surrounding portion. You can see all panels, lot of reconstructive work done by the archaeology department. They are doing excellent job. In a way, each and everything found in this area is preserved, either in the museum or they are used in a reconstruction work of the monuments. Now look at this. It's a simple but gorgeousness you can make out. This is the surrounding structures. This is the main temple. So here we are covering both the things, all premises we are covering. Beautiful sculptures of Ramayana. Now if you want to see at a time one type of Ramayana, then you will have to make 3 rotations to this temple. Vali, Sugriva fight, all major events of the Ramayanas, all here you can see, all war scenes, all the scene when Lord Hanumana met Ram, that was again Hampi, when Lord Hanumana went to Sita Mai, and that scenes are there on the panels. Now these are the side temples, not active because there are no deities, but it is worth spending time here. Sit in a meditation posture, close your eyes and forget the world. Now this temple we are showing you from the back side. And here also there are carvings, but not as beautiful as they are on the main temple. This is the surrounding area. Why the surrounding area was? It was mainly used as a supportive area to the temple activities. This was dedicated to the royal family, but many temples which you see outside has got such areas where the pilgrimage stays. People come from villages, they offer their puja and they stay here. Again we are seeing carvings and a outlet which carries water. In Dravidians it is crocodile. So typically you will see in all Dravidian temples this type of outlets, and this usually indicates the temples are around 1200 to 1300 centuries, because later on temple which were used has got cow. So look at this. This is crocodile, and all holy water from puja is drained outside from this. And this typically speaks of the Dravidian style. Look at the panels, they are showing the Ramayana epics. So beautifully you can see Lord Hanumana, then Lord Hanumana meeting Goddess Sita. Then what the Hanumana does? He gives earring to Sita for identification. Then they got identification. You got some war scenes. It's really beautifully carved. These are just, we are still outside. We are yet to go inside. Once we start going inside, look at this. Now what is brightly lit are the pillars, and look at the polish it has got after 500 years. Now secondly, these are the black granites. This is not the area for black granites. So they are brought from the distance. Look at the carvings and look at the difference between the pillars and supporting roof. They are from different type of stones. The carvings over the granite are difficult to make, but they are long lasting. And look at the polish over it. You can see your face in it. Look at this. This is a temple complex. Now let's get inside. Look at the carvings. So beautiful, so nicely carved. And don't forget, they are 500 years back. So what they had in their hand, right from cutting a stone to make it as pillars, they have to simply use the structures. I have shown in one of my video how the stones were cut. They were used to make some small notches in it, put little wood and water, and wait for days, it will crack. How exactly it cracks? You can have this in some of our other videos. You can vertically crack a large stone by this technique. Now these are the black granite pillars. You can see how sparkling, how nicely the main sanctum is closed. More and more number of time you will see, more and more time you get convinced that this is a wonder. The only way to compare this is Bellore and Halebedu. So these are the two places where you can get equally good carvings, but here all supporting pillars are so nicely decorated. And look at the shining, and what the shining does is it reflects light into the temple. So I hope you have enjoyed this beautiful temple, beautiful architecture, and the carvings over the black granite and its polish lighting the entire temple. With that, we are coming to the end of this lecture. I thank you for giving me your valuable time. If you like the video, give us a like. If you feel you want to see more videos, subscribe us. Thank you, goodbye, and take care. See you in next video very shortly.